Hello, everybody. Let me pause this music in the background real quick. My mouse just broke at the same time. Amazing timing. Hey, what's going on, guys? Nice to have you here. We have some pretty big breaking news here with the Vancouver Canucks. Pretty massive rumor that's, well, it's more than just a rumor considering the amount of things. Now, I'm going to have my Twitter here open, ready to rock in case this trade actually breaks while we're on the stream. But there's some pretty huge news. And that news is the Vancouver Canucks are potentially in the process of moving Tyler Myers, which would be a pretty significantly unexpected trade considering the family aspect of it, considering like I would have had him maybe even less likely than Brock Besser being moved. It's shocking, but he is a tall, big right-hand defenseman, which is in high demand. And let's see how this all started. So basically, Kevin Weeks went out and he said, I'm told the Canucks are fielding plenty of calls on Tyler Myers and could be on the move shortly. And by the way, guys, for all the people that are in here, if you guys want to, feel free to go out and share the fact that we are live. I'm going to actually post my stream right now, so just give me one quick second here, everybody. One quick second here. And we can get this officially rock and rolling. All right. Right here. There we go. All right. So, let's talk about it. Rick Dollywall mentioned, this is after Kevin Weeks. I am told Tyler Myers is sitting out tonight against Winnipeg. The Vancouver Canucks then shortly after made that tweet that general manager Patrick Allvin announced today that Tyler Myers will not play tonight against the Winnipeg Jets for roster management reasons. So right there, straight from the Vancouver Canucks itself, that he is not going to be playing tonight due to the roster reasons. Now, obviously, the roster reasons are a potential trade that might or might not happen right now while the stream is going on, but we did have a few more information on it. And by the way, everybody, if you guys want to be a part of this show, feel free to leave a comment right on the side there. I see you, Mo. What's going on, man? He says, thank God. LL Bacon says, can Kane go with them? Nice to be back here. Hey, yeah, man. Kane's going to get traded in the next few days. But this Myers one it's unexpected. I never thought he would be the first one. Like it actually is quite shocking that he potentially could be. Now, it could happen that he does not waive his no trade clause and everything changes, but then it goes into a 12-team no trade, I believe. So we'll talk about that in a minute. If true, this could be a shock. I have mixed feelings about this. I have really liked Myers, also really disliked Myers. Well, Myers, heart and soul guy, man. He's played really well for us, I would say, in the last 2 to 3 years, especially under Rick Tocchet. He was really good for us. This season, kind of an up and down season, but like he's gotten better as he's gotten older, which is kind of a nice thing to see. But yeah, so there's that. So Darren Drager went out and said that Rick is correct. The Canucks have a trade option they've asked Myers to consider. He has protection, and he has taken his time to consider it. I'm told it was presented 2 days ago. The veteran and his agent, JP Barry, continue to deliberate. So, basically what's going on is they want to start this. Like, this would be a first real true rebuild type move. You know what I mean? Like, this would be a rebuild move. And it's not a UFA guy. It's a guy who signed for at least another year. So it would, like, and considering all the family aspect of it, this does stun me. Like, I never saw this potentially coming, being one of the earlier guys potentially getting traded. But it's not obviously done yet. It's up to Tyler Myers now. But here's the kicker right here. Myers controls his destination till July 1st when his no move clause turns into a 12-team. No. No, I'm talking about past the Quinn Hughes trade. And that Quinn Hughes trade kind of got forced onto us a little bit. But no, I'm talking about after the Quinn, the first real true rebuild trade after that. Like the Sherwood trade that was going to happen anyway. It was a UFA. We weren't going to sign him, right? This is a surprise. By the way, so Matthew Sekera says that Myers controls his destination till July 1st when his no-move clause turns into a 12-team no-trade clause. Adds more pressure. I know. I know you are. He's a BC boy. This is from Blake Price. He's a BC boy now, living here in the offseason. No surprise he wants to ponder. If he's taken a few days off already, makes me think it's not a team super close by, which would be ideal. So might need to balance a bigger family upheaval. That's the beauty of the no movement clause, he decides. And that's just it, man. This is going to come down to family. If he goes out and he says this is something that his family wants to do, then it's going to get done. It's simple as that. Now, it's going to be really fascinating to see what the value of a guy like Tyler Myers, how many teams really are poking around. So this is a perfect time to involve you guys. Everybody here on Twitter, we have a ton of people in here. Welcome. I hope you guys have an awesome time. Follow, subscribe, the whole shenanigans. And also, what do you think this Tyler Myers trade is going to look like? And by the way, I am refreshing like crazy just in case this happens right this second. So I am pretty prepared here to see in case this trade thing. But what do you think of Tyler Myers is worth here? Because I've been kind of going back with a few of my buddies to figure out what exactly Tyler Myers would be worth in a trade. The fact that he has no movement clause, I'm thinking, can they? Oh, okay, let's just go to this then. Lucas, what's up, man? Do I think they can get a second-round draft pick? Well, I was thinking in that range. I'm curious if it's going to be... Because what's Tyler Myers' cap hit right now? Let's take a look. Tyler Myers' cap. Is he making around 5 or 6, right? Oh, he's making 3. Oh, that's right. We signed him to the 3-year after. That's right. So he's just making $3 million, right? So it's not a crazy huge cap hit. You know what I mean? $3 million is definitely doable for most teams, I would say. Are we going to be able to get a second-round draft pick back? I think that's what we're shooting for. I don't know, personally. He has 2 years, $3 million, so like the contract's all right. But he hasn't played amazing this year. But he was good in the last cover. But he's up. Guys, what have we learned in the NHL? Big right-hand defensemen always get value, always seem to get a proper trade value. And that's exactly what Tyler Myers is. He's not the most physical guy in the world, but then once in a blue moon, he absolutely destroys Duncan Keith. So there's that. I think a third is more realistic. I'm thinking in that same range. I'm thinking either a third rounder and a prospect. Maybe there's like a weird cap dump involved in this too, which would be kind of interesting. The Canucks can take a little bit of cap space as well. It could raise the value potentially. The Canucks are not going to retain, obviously, considering there's another year left on this, unless they get something of crazy value if they do retain. It's only one more year of retain, right? But they're going to probably retain on Evander Kane as well, right? 2 years, $3 million is good value. He's been great this year. He's been all right this year. I don't think he's been great. I think he's been okay. I thought he was better the last few seasons, to be completely honest. But, man, we love Tyler Myers, man. He's a true Canuck, man. Like, loves the logo. You know what I mean? He's great in the community. Like, there's not a bad thing I can say about Tyler Myers, the human being, man. Not one bad thing. Thank God I couldn't stand him. Mo is not a big fan of Tyler Myers there. Lucas, they should retain 50%. If the value goes significantly higher by retaining, because we have to now think about next season, because it's a 2-year deal, right? Then I could see something like that. But I wouldn't just retain for the sake of retaining. Something makes more sense with retaining on Evander Kane because it's just a 1-year deal. You don't have to worry about next year. You retain, get a little bit more value there. But it's definitely an option. Marcus Pettersson making Myers look awesome. You know what? Marcus Pettersson's another guy who's, in my opinion, is not having the best year, but he was really good for us the previous year. Like, this is, I guess, one of the more shocking things about this potential trade with Tyler Myers. Oh, by the way, Kyle, I missed that. Hey, sorry, man. On Twitter, Kyle Corey, 2 first names, sweet. Could be a late pick, a D upside prospect, or a second and a project prospect. Yeah, I think that's about right. Man. I think that's where you have it. By the way, we have an absolute ton of people in here. Holy crap, there's a lot of people in here. If you guys want to be a part of this community, feel free to subscribe, man. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the Canucks season. It would be awesome for you guys to join us. It's a very kind, positive, and just really good community here, man, we're building. So I'd love to have you guys. There's a lot of new names I've never seen here before. Always a pleasure. Tyler Myers has a kid in the children's hospital, so if he's moving, there has to be a children's hospital better than ours. That could be old news, but yeah. I don't know the situation with Tyler Myers' family and his kid. I have no idea. All I know, it's just he's very tight in the community and the family and the roots here in Vancouver. If there is something like that going on, that's obviously gonna affect his decision. But at the end of the day, you got to figure. I guess the Tyler Myers fans are obviously gonna have to figure out what they want to do, right? Like, they have the protection. They earned that protection. They got it when they made that signing, and they have all the rights and all the powers to use that protection. That's the thing. That being said, it turns into, I believe, what was it? Where was this? Where was it? I think it was Sakaris that said it. Myers controls his destination till July 1st when he has his no-move clause turns into a 12-team no-trade clause. So definitely that's something to look forward to. So there is some pressure for sure. I love your content, Doodle. I appreciate it, Doodle, man. I appreciate it. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, man. I'm feeling much better. I had that bronchitis for a while there, but I'm feeling much better. All right, let's see if there's anything new popping up here. So Grady Sass is just kind of trying to get the gauge of trade values right now. A lot of people are in the same range. They're thinking around that second or third round draft pick. There's a couple people shooting for the moon trying to get that first round draft pick from them. I just don't see that personally happening. But it would be interesting to see if they can kind of combine a massive package, maybe take a ton of cap from someone and kind of turn it into something more significant. I think that is something the Canucks would be interested in doing, but that's probably more in the offseason than anything, right? But, yeah. I see you got a haircut off on the, yeah, man. It's okay. I didn't look at it. It's all over the place. Yeah, I appreciate that, Calv. Very noticeable of you. But yeah, so if there's anything else breaking here, we're gonna have it. So what do you guys think, man? So let's get to it, man. Let's go to the values here. So most people are in that second to third range. Let me just say this. In the past, you've seen guys who are big, tall, can skate, because Tyler Myers is a good skater. Right-hand defensemen go for pretty significant value. I have no doubt in my mind that there are a number of teams. Oh, actually, if I'm not mistaken, Canucks News Summaries, my good friend Corey, who joins us on our show all the time, he mentioned something. Let me see if I can find it here. He mentioned something about some of the teams that were looking. Where is it? Can't seem to find it right now for some reason. But yeah, he did mention a few. Oh, here it is. So it has been reported over the last week that the Bruins, the Boston Bruins, the Detroit Red Wings, the Ottawa Senators, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Edmonton Oilers have all been interested in adding a right-handed defenseman with term. Again, the Bruins, Red Wings, Senators, Lightning, and the Oilers. So those are the teams we're kind of keeping our eye on. Also, previously, the San Jose Sharks were also interested in veteran defensemen as well. So that's pretty fascinating also. Myers wants to be a Canuck. Seems like a good guy. If he goes there, we need to find guys the same qualities. 100%. He is one of those culture guys. And everything you've ever heard about Tyler Myers is just the guy is uplifting. He's a really nice guy. Really, really great with the community. Great with the Canucks for Kids Foundation. I can't think of anybody who actually legitimately dislikes Tyler Myers. He's just a good guy, man. And I think Canucks fans would cheer him on if he goes and plays another team. He'll get a nice video package here in Vancouver as well, for sure. Myers to Buffalo. Well, Buffalo's interesting. Let's take a look at Buffalo Sabres draft picks here on the fly. Let's take a look. Let's go on Puckpedia. So, Buffalo Sabres, they do not have... Oh, in the first round, They have all their picks in the first round draft. They have no second round draft pick in 2026, but they do have second round draft picks in 27, 28. Interesting. They have they have 1 third round in all the years, and then they have 2 fourth rounds in 2026 as well. SGA Hockey, what's up, man? How's it going, my friend? How's it going? So that's the Buffalo Cap situation. Another interesting idea was, and by the way, him going back to Buffalo would be pretty fun, considering he was drafted by them and he had just a really good career with them for a little while as well, before it just kind of just obviously didn't work out and he kind of moved around a bit. Last year, Soucy was traded for a third from the Canucks. This year he was traded to New York Islanders for a third. Seems like a decent comparable. I think Tyler Myers is better, personally. I think Tyler Myers is a good defenseman, man. Like, he's a big, strong defenseman. The problem is, it's the whole chaos giraffe thing with Tyler Myers, you know? Like, with Tyler Myers, we all know what the problem is with him. Is that he'll have a really good game, and then he'll throw an absolute pizza right up the middle. Right? Or he'll just make some brain-dead play, or not brain-dead, like he makes a bad play. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with Tyler Myers. But when he's on, like, he can be a very good player, man. How was our day? Yeah, I had a good day. Pretty excited, actually, for the Canucks game. It's going to be a fun one. Even more excited that some trade news might be breaking here. Let's go back to Twitter and see if anything else kind of popped up here. Tyler Myers goes from complete control where he goes this year to a lot less control next season. My guess is he understands he is getting moved and is better to be moved now that he has some control over his destination. That's from Jabo Vancouver. So that's really interesting right there. All right, let's see if there's anything else kind of popping up here on the feed. By the way, the last few times I streamed potentially when there was a trade coming, I stopped my stream and immediately the trade happened. So there is a very high productivity that when I leave, the trade will break. So heads up on that, because that's probably gonna happen. But it isn't Friday, right? So at least it's not Friday at like 5 o'clock, where that's usually what happens. You're funny, you're a goofball. Yeah, man, that's me. That is me. Jeff Patterson says 2 seconds ago, if Tyler Myers accepts a trade, I hope it's truly a legit cup contender. And have to imagine it would be at 36. He won't have many more shots at winning a cup. We'll like to see him get one. Like everyone on the Canucks, it's been a tough season for Tyler Myers. But a true pro, we can likely slide seamlessly in a depth row on a good team. That is Jeff Patterson on Tyler Myers. Let me put that back up here. My mouse is kind of glitching out here, which is kind of annoying. So that's the latest right now. So the Vancouver Canucks, I'll put this up here. I'll put this up right. Where can I do it a little nicer here? That's not bad. Yeah, so the Vancouver Canucks are sitting out Tyler Myers due to roster management purposes. Now, let me ask you guys, where do you think Tyler Myers would be a decent fit for Vancouver? Or for a team that's trading for him from Vancouver? What do you think would be a good fit? I'm trying to think in my head. I'm thinking the Edmonton Oilers, personally. Like, what if the Edmonton Oilers, like, what are the Edmonton Oilers picks here? Edmonton Oilers. I know they don't have a lot of picks at all. But they do have a second rounder in 2026, and they have a third rounder in 2026, also a second rounder in 2027. All right? So, yeah, exactly. Calvin, he's getting traded, or he's going to say no, and that's going to be the end of it. Like, one or two things are happening right now, because they mentioned that he's contemplating with his family right now to see if he wants to go out and get traded. There's a little bit of pressure because his no movement clause or trade clause turns into a 12-team moving past this season. So there is some pressure. At least now he can kind of choose a little bit where he wants to go. but he's always been a big family guy. He's had roots here, so like it really is kind of a bit tough for him, personally. So Edmonton Oilers, they have a second and a third, and they have a second in 2027. What if Mangiapane gets traded back from Edmonton? Edmonton gives up that second rounder. They take the cap hit from Mangiapane. What is Mangiapane making? He's making 3.6. So, and he's making it for 2 more years. So why not do something like this? And it can raise the value a bit of Tyler Myers. Take back Andrew Mangiapane. He's signed for 3.6 for 2 years, right? You give them Tyler Myers. He's making $3 million. So the Oilers then save $600,000 in cap space. The Canucks get another guy in Mangiapane who could bounce back and be flipped next year. And the Canucks would get a second-round draft pick for the value of taking Mangiapane plus trading a decent defenseman in Tyler Myers. So Mangiapane and a second-rounder for Tyler Myers opens up some cap space for Edmonton Oilers, and we get a little bit more value. What would you guys think about that? I like that. That would be a good trade. I don't know if I would do that for the third rounder, but I would do that for the second. Are they sitting him because the deal was done or because they think a deal was close? They're sitting him because as of the insider reports, Tyler Myers 2 days ago was asked to potentially talk to his family because they have a trade offer with a team. And they asked him basically to talk to his family to see if he's interested in waiving that no trade clause. He hasn't been asked technically officially, but they said that they have an offer for him. And Tyler Myers has been taking his time to get to know or talk to his family to see if he wants to go out and do that. As of right now, there's no technical trade. Rick Dhaliwal did mention that there is no trade as of yet, but it's completely up to Tyler Myers and his family. And the reason why we even are on stream right now, first of all, it's before the Canucks game. We can talk a little bit about the Canucks. But also, there has been like 4 or 5 insiders literally just breaking this as it's happening. Figured it was a pretty fun talking point. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what they go out and do here. And which is why I'm going to take a look again right now. By the way, just to let you know, a ton of people in here. We have over 600 people on Twitter and over 25 people on YouTube. Insane. Welcome, guys. Don't be just lurkers. Go to the comment section. Drop a comment. I'm really curious what you guys think about this potential trade. What kind of value do you think the Vancouver should get from this? What team do you think should be interested in this? Would be great to see. Calvin said, I've been looking at recently injured players. The Jets might seem like the team. I hear they still want to try and make the playoffs. With that guy out, I forgot his name, but yeah, they are weak on right defenseman. The thing about the Jets is like how far back are they out right now? So let's take a look. Right, so the Winnipeg Jets right now, they have wow, they only have 52 points. So they're quite a bit away. And I guess if they beat us today, they'll be a little bit closer, but they would have to go on a hell of a run. I don't think they would do this. Personally, I don't think that is the team that's looking at this, but definitely an interesting idea. Thanks for the response there. Yeah, fascinating. It's exciting, man. Are you guys excited for the deadline? Or just are you guys excited that we're like, think about it. We have Bluger potentially being traded. David Kampf. There's rumors on Connor Garland. There's rumors on Elias Pettersson. Like, heavy rumors, guys. Like, these are pretty heavy rumors. Now there's the Tyler Myers thing completely out of nowhere. And I'm missing someone. Who else am I missing? Who am I missing? DeBrusk. There was rumors that with Jake DeBrusk, pretty much everybody but Hronek, there's been some sort of like decent rumor coming out. Let me throw this one up here. Where is it? Is it this one? right here. I had it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, yeah. I think this might be it. So, Evander Kane. Oh, yeah, and Evander Kane as well, right? So, Don and Dolly said expect interest in him to pick up this week. There's no short of an interest. A lot of teams are looking for size and playoff experience. Canucks are willing to retain for the right deal. Don't be surprised if a third team retains as well. Looks like talks are increasing. So, like, with that as well, man, like, even with right now, there's just so many rumors going around. Drager talking about Pettersson. Insider Trading had Pettersson discussions as well. Yeah, man, quite a bit of stuff going on. It's very fitting since we're not playing them, since Myers won't have the jersey to play with. As a who's your big three for the Vancouver Canucks for potential being traded? Like, if we're talking about most likely, just the UFA guys. But if I have to go like from highest value to lowest value, I would say the highest value guy right now we have is probably still Pettersson. Just because he's a center. I know he has a big cap hit, but I think the UFA market is going to be so awful, guys. Like, people don't realize it's going to be dreadful. Just dreadful. So teams know that. And they're going to go out and potentially pay for guys like Pettersson who has term. Yeah, they're going to ask to retain, and they're going to ask us to retain. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. So I would say Pettersson number one. The next guy down, I'd probably go with Connor Garland. I think there would be a team out there that would still be willing to give up either a first rounder or a couple of second rounders for a guy like Connor Garland. And then the third one, probably right now, right, with Tyler Myers, like, he could get a second. Like, I don't see Bluger getting a second. I don't see Kane getting a second. Like, Myers probably is going to get a third. But, like, there's a chance. Brock Besser is not going to get traded. Right? The hockey guy is great, man. He's an amazing, amazing guy, man. Shannon's awesome, dude. Really awesome. I don't know how credible that is. Who knows? I have no idea. Most of the guys I follow are guys like Rick Dollywall and Drager and Bobby Mack and a lot of those guys in the media market. And Rick Dollywall is just amazing, by the way. Oh, by the way, I guess it's a great time to let you guys know, all the people in here. I have some pretty amazing news. I shared it with my last video, but I'll share it here on live. We're going to have Rick Dollywall on the show. Rick Dollywall is going to be joining us, which is awesome, from Don and Dolly on Czech TV. We're going to be talking right after the trade deadline is going to be over, probably for 1 or 2 days after it. And he's going to be coming on, and we're going to be talking some Canucks and everything that went down and all the little insider stuff that he could share with us. It's going to be great, man. The fact that he's doing this with us is pretty freaking amazing. So, yeah, Rick Dollywall himself, the man himself, is going to be joining us, which is pretty exciting. So, yeah. All right. So, nothing new as of the last, I guess, 6 or 7 minutes here. The Vancouver Canucks, I guess we can mention that. The Vancouver Canucks are playing today at 7 o'clock against the Winnipeg Jets. Marco Rossi is back. Brock Besser is back. Zeev Buium is back. The boys are back. It's going to be good. It's going to be a fun game. I will say going from the Olympics to a Canucks-Jets game is going to be pretty hilarious, but should be a fun game. I'm seeing a lot of like little eyeball emojis on a potential Tyler Myers trade right now. I think people are just excited that this might be happening. But who knows? It might happen in, say, now, or it might happen in a few hours, maybe before the game. If he doesn't, like, I would be surprised if it happens during the game. I think we might be looking before the game is probably the most likely, to be completely honest. All right, let's refresh. By the way, quickly, chat. If you guys have to choose right now, Gavin McKenna or Stenberg, who are you guys going with? With Kevin Fiala out, Evander Kane could fill that spot for the Los Angeles Kings. That's a good point. But I think they're aiming a little bit higher than Evander Kane. He might be the second trade, or I guess the third trade for the LA Kings. Especially if they attach something with it, could raise the value of Evander Kane. That's something interesting that we could go out and do. But like obviously the LA Kings, I'm thinking more future with them a little bit. That's why I'm thinking more Petey, personally. But there were a lot of rumors that Evander Kane wasn't, or the LA Kings were interested in getting Evander Kane. So there's a lot of interesting. Dallas Stars, another team. The Colorado Avalanche is another team that's interested in Evander Kane. I mean, three of your best players, Hendrik, Daniel Sedin, and Pavel Bure. And then I'll have probably Quinn Hughes at number 4. Marcus Naslund, number 5. And then probably, who knows, Linden, Luongo. Unless I'm missing someone. Unfortunately, Hito is out again. Poor guy. Yeah, man, he took a... Unreal, man. He took a puck to the face at practice. Like, super unlucky. Myers should be getting a couple of seconds. I don't think so, Brian. I don't think so. I know he's a big right-hand defenseman with the no movement clause. I think I would be personally surprised if they got a couple of second rounders. I think people would be extremely happy if it was just 1 second rounder. All right, refreshing. Nothing. I'm going to the San Jose Sharks versus Calgary Flames hockey game on February 26th. Awesome, man. Have fun. Enjoy watching Celebrini. Kane go see his best buddy Cash. You'll go with Gavin McKenna? Yeah, me too, man. Even before the 8-point, man, we've been doing these draft previews with Dave Hall, and we're going to continue doing these draft previews videos. But, man, Gavin McKenna's been on an absolute tear. Absolute tear since the World Junior Championship. Colin says, Detroit needs a defenseman. Maybe Myers goes there. Yep, possible. I'm thinking, I don't know why. I just think it's going to be Edmonton. I just have a weird feeling Mangiapane is going to be attached to this. And it's going to be Edmonton Oilers. And we're going to get back either a second and a third or a second. We're going to take that Mangiapane contract. And he's going to play top 6 role for us for a little bit. Then we're going to flip him next year. That would be a pretty cool prediction, by the way. But that's what I'm thinking about right now. All right, let's keep going deep into Twitter here and seeing what people are saying. Let's take a quick look here. Some people are saying there seems to be a pretty good fit with the Utah Mammoth, or maybe even the Florida Panthers. That seems to be an interesting destination here. How are Canucks fans reacting to this? I'm going to type in Tyler Myers in Twitter here, and let's see what Canucks fans think about this. A lot of people are surprised that Tyler Myers is the name that's going out. It's something we mentioned here during the stream. A lot of people love Tyler Myers, man. There's a lot of positivity, which I like to see. You know what? Someone mentioned the Montreal Canadiens. That's an interesting fit as well. And they have been very active so far, the Montreal Canadiens, from reports that they're definitely looking to get some stuff done. So that's something to look out for. Anything else here? Yep, there's not much. There's not much. I thought there'd be a wave of stuff happening. But I guess we could just talk about the Canucks game for a bit. You guys excited to see Marco Rossi being back? Apparently he's 100% healthy. Let's see if there's any more. By the way, Sidney Crosby's out for a month. Can the Oilers afford the Myers cap hit? Good question. Let's take a look. Edmonton Oilers Puckpedia here. Let's take a quick look here. The Edmonton Oilers have 1.963 projected playoff cap space. Their current cap space is only 9,890. So yeah. If it happens with Edmonton, it has to be Mangiapane coming back. Doesn't it? Like, that's the only way. Myers to the Philadelphia Flyers. Back with Rick. Let's take a look. Oh, by the way, my monitor is pretty big, so I have, like, when I'm looking here, I'm actually looking at my other monitor. Just to let you guys know. Yeah, so the Philadelphia Flyers compared to the Oilers. You ready to hear this? Philadelphia Flyers have projected cap space 7 million. Current cap space 26 million. I think Philadelphia would have no problem getting them. Wow, compared to the Oilers, that's wild. Doodle, do I think the Oilers may have interest in Lucas Reichel after the Olympics? Yeah, potentially. They need more depth regardless, but like I don't think that's gonna add too much for them, to be honest. Balls, what's up, man? Nice to have you in here, my brother. I wonder if he goes to Winnipeg. Well, let's take a look at Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg Jets, they have all their first rounders. They have no see, this is tough now, right? So if you believe that Tyler Myers is going to get a second round draft pick, it can't be the Jets because they have nothing in 26, nothing in 27. They do have a second rounder in 28. They have a third rounder for both 26 and 27. They have no fourth rounders in 26, 27. As for their cap space, they seem to be all right. Projected 2.6 mil. Current cap space around 10 million. Yeah, back to Winnipeg. Yep. Hey, what's up, Sith? Nice to have you here, man. Welcome. Nice to have you. What are my thoughts on Team USA taking down Team Canada 2-1 in the gold medal game with Jack Hughes? Hell of a game. Waking up super early in the morning was kind of rough, but we pulled through. I had to prepare a little bit earlier that night. Did I sleep? Nope. I stayed up all night. And then that game ended. I passed out. Amazing game. The back and forth was insane. And unfortunately, the Canadians could not pull through and win. So tough for Canada. Played a great game. USA won. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Great hockey. Great Olympic tournament. A lot of fun. I hope you're super happy tramps. I'm gaming on this side, but I have to stream on my second. What are you playing? Balls, I said that also. I said the Jets want to go for the playoffs. Who knows? They might be desperate. Give us a first. I don't see that happening with the Jets personally. But like it would make sense him going either to Jets or Detroit or something as just like the familiarity. Or sorry, Buffalo. Because the familiar. Holy shit. Familiar. Why can't I say that word? I can't say familiarity. So you're listening? Yeah, no problem. Make sure you have Poker Show for the lineup change tonight as a guest. Make sure. SGA Sharks fan. I wonder. This is Brian. I wonder if they can get Casper out of Detroit for Pettersson. I would be hoping more Nate Danielson if they're going to be going around trading Pettersson to Detroit Red Wings. I think a perfect base for a Pettersson trade, or maybe I might even do it straight up. It's Pettersson for Danielson, the first rounder. I would do that trade, guys. Personally, I would do it. I think you aim a little bit higher. If you need to get a really good young C back. I know Casper can play both the wing and the C, but just personally, that's what I'm thinking. Fallout 4 with a lot of mods. Anyway, I think the Bruins or Pens might want Myers. Well, let's take a look at the Boston Bruins. All right, Boston Bruins. Their cap hit, they have 900,000. Their current cap space is 3.346. They have here we go. Bruins doing it right. 2 first-round draft picks, 2026. 2 first-round draft picks in 2027. They have their second rounder in both years. They have their third rounder in 2026. No third in 2027. And they have 3 fourth-round draft picks in 2026. So if they want to get Tyler Myers, they have a ton of draft capital and a decent amount of cap space to potentially make it work. They'll have to throw something back. I'm a San Jose Sharks fan. Won't be joining postgame for a line chain tonight as a guest. Brian would have to be cast for a plus for the deal to work. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. 100%. What was the other team you mentioned? Detroit? Where? Pens. Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, let's take a look. Pittsburgh Penguins. $10 million cap. Yeah, they have $40 million current cap space. So, and they have they have all their firsts in the 3 years. And they have, look at this. I'm going to show you guys this. Look at this. Look at the Pittsburgh Penguins. They have 2 seconds, 2/3, 2 seconds, 2/3, 3 seconds, 2/3 in the next 3 years of the draft. Holy moly. Wow. Ton of picks. The Pens are a very good shout. They have a ton of draft capital. Yeah, sure do. Really cool. All right, guys, just a friendly reminder. I hope you guys are having a good time while watching this stream. If you guys want to be a part of this community, leaving comments is always a great way. If you guys can drop a like on this stream, it would be amazing. But most importantly, if you guys want to be a part of this community, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the notifications as well. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the Canucks season. We're very active here. We love the Vancouver Canucks. We're going to be posting a ton of content on the Vancouver Canucks throughout the rest of the year and forever because I'm a diehard. So I'll love to have you guys on board with us. It would be amazing. And so drop that subscribe. I'll be really, really much appreciated. I'm also on Twitter. I don't even know what my name is on Twitter. At Jacob Doodle, so you guys can also do that. Let's see if there's any new update on this Tyler Myers situation. It does not look like there is. So, guys, what we're going to do now is I'm going to say goodbye. My wife is going to be home in about 5 minutes, so I'm going to go see my lovely wife. If there is... Oh, SGA became a new member. SGA, thank you so much, man. That's really nice of you. I really appreciate it. Welcome. If you guys can give some love to SGA, that would be amazing. I'll stick around a little longer, then I don't want to be rude, just ditching right when someone donates there. So if you have any questions, SGA, about Tyler Myers or the Canucks game today or anything, please let me know. We can chit-chat about it right now. Let me take a look at Twitter once again and see if there's anything new on the whole Tyler Myers situation. It doesn't look like there's anything rumbling right this second. What do we got here? You know what? It's just a lot of tribute stuff to Tyler Myers, man. Tyler Myers is really well respected in Vancouver, man. He truly, truly is. He's just a good guy, man. One more team I wonder if it would want Myers is the Leafs. They need a guy because Tanev is being hurt all the time. Interesting destination. I don't think they have the cap. Let's take a look at the Toronto Maple Leafs cap situation here. All right, so they have $1 million in cap and $4 million in current cap space. So projected $1 million, current cap $4 million. They have only a third rounder in 2026 and a second rounder in 2027. So in theory, they can make that deal if, of course, we take something from them, or if they go out and trade. Because McMahon, like, what's going to happen there with McMahon is going to be fascinating. Have a good night. Hello, Colin. Hi, SGA. Have a good night from New Brunswick. Yeah, you too, man. Thank you so much, Brian, for hanging out here and enjoying this fun stream that we had with Tyler Myers. It's going to be fascinating to see what actually goes and happens here. This has been a huge amount of people in here. It's amazing to have so many people hang out with us. This is one of our most ever. So it's really nice to have you guys with us. Really think Tyler Myers back to Buffalo. All right, guys. It doesn't look like there's anything else going on. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out. It was a blast. Thank you, SGA, for becoming a member. Thank you all the people that left a like and left a comment. And when the Tyler Myers trade does break, if it breaks, probably going to break the moment I click end stream, by the way. I'm going to click end stream, and it's going to break. I'm going to come right back, unless my wife wants me for whatever. All right? Thank you so much, guys. Have an awesome day. Hopefully Vancouver Canucks have a fun game. And I hope you guys have an awesome, amazing day. Thank you so much for joining us. Jacob Doodle out. I don't know why I did that. Won't do that again. And adios. Peace.